You love Stranger Things, right? I mean, of course you do. We all love the 80s nostalgia, the D&D, the characters. But have you ever stopped and thought about why the show feels so big, so much more epic than just a fun retro throwback?
Seriously, there's something else going on here. It goes way beyond the awesome Spielberg and Stephen King vibes. There's this timeless, almost mythic feeling to the whole struggle in Hawkins that makes a story about a missing kid feel like a battle for the soul of the entire world. So what's the secret ingredient? What's going on under the hood?
Well, get this. The answer is kind of wild. The show is secretly built on a blueprint from ancient Greece. Yeah, it's running on the same core code, the same operating system as Homer's 3,000-year-old epic poem, the Odyssey. Okay, you gotta see how this works. Let's dive in.
So first things first, we have to talk about the main quest itself. The entire emotional engine of Stranger Things is built around a classic, really ancient idea. And that idea is called nostos. It's this ancient Greek word, and it basically means an epic, dangerous, and really, really difficult journey home. For the hero Odysseus, it was his crazy 10-year struggle to get back to his kingdom. For everyone in Hawkins, it's that desperate fight to get back to normal, to get Will back and put their world back together again. And this is where the Duffer Brothers pulled off an absolute stroke of genius. Because who's the main hero leading this epic journey in Season 1? It's not a king, it's not a warrior, it's Joyce Byers, a totally determined, kind of frantic mother from small-town Indiana. And just look at how perfectly these journeys line up. It's incredible. Odysseus is fighting to get back to his family. Joyce is fighting to rescue hers. Odysseus gets help from a literal goddess, Athena. Joyce gets help from the super-powered 11. And, this is the big one, both of them are completely dismissed by their communities. And that's really the key, isn't it? Odysseus gets home and no one believes it's him. Joyce, with her Christmas lights and talking to the walls, is seen as completely bonkers by everyone. But she knows she's chasing an impossible truth. That refusal to give up, no matter how crazy people think she is, that's what makes her a true epic hero. And every hero, you know, is defined by the monsters they face. Right. So you can't have an epic quest without an epic monster. And man, Stranger Things delivers. But here's the thing. The show isn't just making up scary creatures from scratch. It's actually updating some ancient archetypes. Let's start with the classic template, Homer's Cyclops. This guy wasn't just a big monster with one eye. He represented pure primordial chaos. He was this terrifying force of nature that just broke all the rules of civilization and order. Sound a little familiar? The Demogorgon in Season 1 plays exactly the same role. It's this singular, horrifying creature that shatters the rules of reality by punching a hole between dimensions. It snatches its victims and drags them back to its lair, the Upside Down. Just like the Cyclops trapped Odysseus' crew in his cave. And this is how the show gets so brilliant as it goes on. It evolves the idea. The biggest bad, Vecna, is basically a modern psychological Cyclops. His threat isn't just physical force, it's all mental. He gets inside your head, preying on your trauma. You could even say his one eye is that terrifying singular focus he has on your deepest pain. So you see, whether it's an ancient cave or another dimension, these monsters do the same job. They violate boundaries, they threaten the order of the entire world, and they tap into our most primal fears. And super important, they aren't just beaten with brute strength. They're beaten with cleverness and by working together. A totally Odyssean idea. But hey, no hero can face down those kinds of monsters all alone. Odysseus couldn't, and neither can Joyce. The whole crew in Stranger Things fits perfectly into this ancient epic structure. So, Odysseus had his crew of loyal sailors, right? On their ship, sailing through treacherous waters. Well, our Hawkins heroes have the party. Mike, Dustin, and Lucas. They're the modern crew, and their bikes are basically their ships, navigating the dangers of their town using D&D knowledge as their star chart. And of course, every good hero needs a little divine intervention, a secret weapon. For Odysseus, that was the goddess Athena, who was always looking out for him. For the party, it's 11. I mean, with her insane powers, she's their guardian angel. But what's so cool is that she's also a deeply human goddess. She's this traumatized kid on her own personal odyssey, just trying to find a home. Okay, so we've seen all these parallels, the hero's journey, the monsters, the crew, but so what? Why does any of this matter? Why would a modern show go to all this trouble to copy a 3,000-year-old story?
Well, because tapping into a story that's been rattling around in our collective consciousness for 3 millennia, it gives the show instant weight, instant gravity. It's not just a cute reference, it's a powerful narrative tool. It's like they're using ancient storytelling cheat codes. And here's why these cheat codes work so well. 1, they create that mythic depth we were talking about. A missing kid story becomes this epic battle for existence. 2, it makes the core themes, wanting to go home, fighting for your friends, feel totally universal and timeless. 3, it actually supercharges the 80s nostalgia. The show feels classic because its very bones, its DNA, is classical. And finally, it just feels so satisfying to watch because it's following a deep, ancient story pattern that our brains are basically hardwired to love. Ultimately, Stranger Things proves that the oldest stories, they never really die. They just get a new synth soundtrack and way better special effects. It takes a sci-fi mystery and turns it into a legit modern epic. So, here's a question for you. What other modern stories that you love are secretly ancient epics in disguise? Think about it. Next time you're watching your favorite show, listen really closely. You might just hear an echo from ancient Greece.